Hi, what's up guys? Coach Lee here from Triumph Strength and Athletics. One of the things I want to show you guys is one of my big beliefs is you guys need to learn how to do like maintenance on yourself. Just like when it comes to nutrition, I firmly believe everybody should be like an amateur cook, because then you could tackle, you're more likely to be successful if you learn how to cook for yourself, right? I'm not saying you have to be an expert and be able to, expert cook. I'm saying an amateur cook, which is a good thing to be. So I've always had hip issues because I was negligent on my own maintenance, because I was putting a lot of stress on my system over the years of sports and lifting sports, but I wasn't recovering at the rate that I should be, right? So one of the big things for people more than likely, and I don't care who it is, I've had 10-year-olds with these issues, is hip flexors. And when you ask them to sit just in a chair, I guess I'll sit up here for you guys. Hopefully you guys can see me. Here, they feel very pinchy. They don't realize it because they live their life that way. They feel very pinchy and tight. Now, stretching stuff only is going to do so much, right? The body's always going to revert back to where it is, and it's going to come right back. So one of the things you got to get into is smashing tissue and kind of relieving the stress. It's also what the signal that it sends to the nervous system to calm down, right? And this is where foam rolling comes into play, and this is where more aggressive techniques come into play also. But this is also stuff you can do on your own. You don't have to necessarily hire somebody for $100 an hour to work on you. Very minimal tools that you need, right? So I'll show you guys really easy. Something you might need, lacrosse ball dumbbell. Everybody might have one, right? $2. You could pick up dumbbells very cheaply, right? I'm a big fan of the kettlebell for smashing work on certain things, and a foam roller, and just a band. But one of the big things you guys will need, especially I'm gonna show you guys how to attack the psoas, especially on a higher table. A dumbbell, these guys right here, right? Now what you wanna do is lay right on. As you lay on, you're gonna find your belly button and go like 3 inches, 2 inches to the right of that belly button, and to the left also. The dumbbell is now just for pressure, right? So obviously I'm gonna be talking to you guys. You wanna be here and find underneath, right? And you have to allow your hips to do this, to swivel. So what I mean by that is we have to allow our hips, and this is why I need a propped up table in a sense, to kind of fall off, right? Now this stretches, opens up the tissue. You spend 2 or 3 minutes finding the spots that bother. You gotta dig deep, right? And it's gonna hurt, I'm not gonna lie. This is one way to go about it. Literally ball, right? Stick here, this guy's smashing right in hard, right? The other thing you may wanna do, get into find that spot, is move the leg. If you're not comfortable being propped up on the table, you can do the same thing, a bit easier. On the ground with a kettlebell, it just won't have, you won't get the same stretch type effect, if you get what I'm saying. You won't be able to like let one hip drop down. So what we do, if you guys can see me here, same thing. I would put with a bell, I'll go under the ribs, bring up this opposite hip because this disengages this side, and then what you're gonna do is find right in there and go over the entire area. Maybe 2 or 3 passes with the leg not moving, right? And now let's go 2 or 3 passes. Get deep in there. You hear how my voice is changing because it kind of hurts. You gotta move this guy right around, right? The key is to move it. Move under while you're kind of stressing this guy here. Move in and out. You can do for reps, find this spot here in the crease of the hip. Move that load. If you, like I feel something going on the outside here, smash that guy hard, move that leg. You could also move the leg abduct here, right? Those have helped me big time over the years, right? Getting in there, and then one of the last ones you may want to do, find a spot on your back that bothers with a lacrosse ball, right? Or maybe a bigger ball. You could also tape 2 or 3 of these together, making a point like a triangle, right? And now you're gonna have something built off the ground that you get to lay on, right? You're gonna find the spot right in your back, right? Move that guy right around. I definitely have something going on 100% right where I have it now. And I'm telling you, this isn't pleasant, but it's necessary, right? You can withstand the storm for 20, 30 seconds or however long. Find a spot, move the limb, right? When I move in and out, I could really feel what's going on. I'll tell you what, after this video is done, I'm gonna be working on this guy for like 10 minutes. That's how I feel that guy right now. But hopefully that gives you guys some aspect of how you guys can do self-maintenance on yourself, especially the hip region and upper, and not upper, mid back or lower back rather. Because this stuff isn't difficult to do, they're really not. And it's not super high-tech devices that you need. But if you learn how to do this on your own, low-level maintenance, just at the amateur level, you'll be able to do the things you love more. Maybe you're a recreational athlete that loves the softball on the weekends. Maybe volleyball, right? Maybe you're run 5Ks, 10Ks on the weekends, runners, right? You guys all need to know this low-level distress is gonna lead to the tissue getting bound up, and it's gonna, at some time or another, it's gonna catch up with you, and then you're not gonna be able to do the things you love. So a good 5-10 minutes every so often could save you from doing the things you love. And hopefully I help you guys out. Coach Lou here, till later. Any questions, hit me up down below. Till later, guys.